One bad woodworking project can waste more than $67 in lumber. Wrong measurement, wasted cuts, trip back to the store. So when a company tells you they're selling 16,000 plans for that exact same price, $67, you've got to ask what's actually going on here. I went through the entire Ted's Woodworking offer. What's actually inside, how the pricing works, what you get for the money, and whether this is something worth paying for or just a good-looking sales page. Here's everything, straight through, no fluff. Let's start with why this product even exists in the first place. If you've ever searched for a woodworking plan online, you already know the problem. You find something that looks decent. Clean photos, nice layout. You buy the wood, clear your Saturday, and by step 5, something's off. A measurement doesn't match. A step jumps from cutting the panels straight to attaching them, with nothing explaining how you get there. Now you've got wasted lumber and a project that's stalled in the garage. Ted's Woodworking is built to fix exactly that. So let's get into what's actually inside. The core of it is a digital library with over 16,000 woodworking plans. Furniture, outdoor builds like decks and garden benches, storage pieces, kids' projects, dog houses, workshop tools, kitchen items like cutting boards, all sorted into categories. This isn't a giant folder dump where you scroll through hundreds of files hoping to find something usable. The members area has a search bar and filters, so you type bookshelf or garden bench and get a short list instead of digging through everything. According to the product description, each plan comes with a full cut list, a complete materials list down to the screws, written step-by-step instructions, and diagrams showing how the joints actually go together. That last part matters more than people realize. A lot of free plans show you a picture of the finished piece, but skip the actual mechanics of how it's built or what order things go in. Exploded diagrams and exact material counts are what separate a real plan from a sketch with ambition, and that's the specific feature being advertised here. You can also filter by skill level: beginner, intermediate, advanced. Most of the library leans toward beginner and intermediate builds, which lines up with what you'd expect. Since most home woodworkers aren't building museum furniture, they're building a bench for the garage or shelves for the living room. Quick note on where this product came from, because it explains why the plans are structured the way they are. The creator, Ted McGrath, ran woodworking classes for over 2 decades. Early on, a plan he was using had a measurement error, and a student wasted real lumber because of it. That pushed him to start building every plan himself before handing it to anyone. The practical result is what matters here. Plans are positioned as tested builds, not just drawings uploaded and sold. Now the bonuses, because there are 4, and they're worth a quick rundown. A CAD viewer that lets you open and adjust any plan if you need to resize something for your space. Around 150 instructional videos covering technique, not just specific builds, things like joinery and basic tool use. A guide on starting a small woodworking side business aimed at people who want to sell what they build. And a 200-page general guide covering woodworking fundamentals. None of these bonuses are the reason to buy this. The plans are the reason. The bonuses just round out the package if you want to learn technique alongside following instructions. Now for the pricing, because this is where you need to actually pay attention. Right now, it's sold as a one-time $67 payment for lifetime access. No monthly fees. The page states the company is shifting toward a $1.39 a month subscription model going forward, and that the one-time option is closing at some point. I'll be straight with you. This deal is ending soon language shows up on basically every digital product sold this way. Don't let urgency push your decision. Make the call based on the product, not the countdown on the page. So who is this actually worth it for? If you build things semi-regularly, even just a handful of projects a year, and you've ever lost money on a bad plan before, $67 is a small amount to pay for not having that happen again. The searchable library alone saves you time you'd otherwise spend hunting for a decent plan instead of building. Accurate materials lists are one of the main features being promoted, and that's where a lot of the potential value comes from. That alone can pay for the purchase the first time it saves you a wasted trip to the lumberyard. If you're brand new to woodworking and nervous about whether you can even follow a plan, the beginner level library and the included technique videos give you a real starting point without needing a fully loaded shop. Most projects only need basic tools: a saw, a drill, some clamps. On the flip side, if you only build 1 or 2 things in your life, or you already have a small set of plans you trust and reuse, you don't need 16,000 options sitting in an account you'll barely open. That's just an honest fact, regardless of how good the library is. There's also a 60-day refund window listed on the page, which lowers the risk if you're on the fence. Worst case, if it's not for you, you ask for your money back within that window. So here's where this lands. Ted's Woodworking is solving a real problem. Bad, incomplete plans genuinely cost people time and money. The library size, the search function, and the level of detail in each plan are the actual value here, not the inflated bonus math or the countdown pressure on the page. If you're a regular builder, this is worth a serious look. If you're a once-a-year hobbyist, you can probably skip it. If you want to see how this stacks up against the free plans most people use instead, that comparison is coming up next, so go check it out.